In visual analytics, researchers have long compared human intuition to machine inference in drawing conclusions from noisy visualizations. This study, however, explores scenarios where human intuition may surpass idealized statistical rationality. The authors investigate how individuals characterize parameters of known data generating models from bivariate visualizations, comparing human accuracy to that of statistical models. Although human accuracy was generally lower, participants often outperformed Bayesian agents, particularly when faced with extreme samples. This suggests that humans may rely on internal models to filter out noisy visualizations, improving resilience against spurious data. However, participants displayed overconfidence and struggled with uncertainty estimation, exhibiting higher variance than statistical machines. The findings imply that analyst gut reactions to visualizations may provide an advantage, even when departing from rationality. This has implications for designing visual analytics tools, offering new perspectives on integrating statistical models and analyst intuition for improved inference and decision-making. The authors argue that, unlike statistical machines, humans do not possess the necessary cognitive resources to process information like a perfectly rational agent, and that deviations from rationality can be advantageous in certain contexts. 2 experiments were conducted to study human visual inferences in response to bivariate visualizations, manipulating factors such as visualization type, sample size, and sample extremeness. Participants externalized their prior beliefs and posteriors using a graphical elicitation device. The results show that participants were more accurate at inferring the true correlation level than both informed and uninformed Bayesian models when the visualization showed extreme samples. This research highlights the importance of considering human intuition and machine inference in tandem, rather than solely relying on statistical models, to improve the accuracy and efficacy of visual analytics tools. By integrating both human and machine capabilities, visual analytics tools can be designed to capitalize on the strengths of each, ultimately leading to more effective decision-making. In visual analytics, human intuition and statistical inference often diverge, leading to deviations from normative practices. This research explores the relationship between these 2 decision-making approaches, focusing on 2 key questions. How do visual analysts compare to Bayesian agents in terms of accuracy, and how do sample and ground truth characteristics influence visual inferences relative to Bayesian agents? To address these questions, the authors conducted 2 crowdsourced experiments, evaluating individuals' accuracy in inferring true bivariate relationships between attribute pairs after exposure to potentially noisy samples. Participants' prior beliefs and posterior inferences about the data generating process were recorded before and after exposure to visualizations. The study measures the accuracy of human versus Bayesian inferences under different sample configurations, ranging from large samples that reflect the true parameters to small and potentially extreme samples. A graphical elicitation device was employed to externalize participants' prior and posterior beliefs, allowing them to specify 2 parameters via 2 sliders according to their beliefs. The expected correlation coefficient between the 2 variables and the associated uncertainty and the correlation. These parameters populate the following model. The findings reveal that individuals frequently diverge from normative inference when interpreting visualizations, but these deviations proved advantageous, particularly when examining extreme datasets and small samples. In such instances, an analyst's intuition may yield more accurate conclusions on average than those generated by idealized statistical machines, even when the latter are endowed with human priors. Conversely, for larger and more reliable datasets, the precision offered by statistical inference seems to reduce both bias and variability, leading to better estimation of the generating model. These findings highlight the potential for integrating human and machine inference in visualization tools, providing guidance on how to interweave the 2 capabilities. Researchers have long been interested in understanding how individuals form beliefs about bivariate relationships when presented with visualizations of data. To investigate this, a study was conducted using an interactive graphical belief elicitation device. This device enabled participants to specify their prior and posterior beliefs in response to a prompt question, utilizing a linear model with parameters micro and sigma. These parameters represent the expected slope of the relationship and uncertainty around that relationship, respectively. The concept of social consensus is introduced, which is determined by the standard deviation of elicited micro-responses among workers. This factor controls for prior beliefs and helps understand how they impact inference accuracy. The study comprised 24 prompt questions with varying ground truth models, including positive, negative, and no correlation relationships. To examine how sample characteristics affect inference accuracy, the study varied two properties: sample size and extremeness. Sample sizes were categorized as small, medium, and large, with 7, 15, and 30 data points, respectively. The extremeness of samples was measured by delta R, which indicates how well the sample represents the ground truth. The study aimed to explore how these factors influence people's beliefs about bivariate relationships and whether they can accurately perceive the underlying data-generating process from visualized data samples. The findings have significant implications for understanding how individuals form beliefs about bivariate relationships and the role of visualizations in this process. This study investigates human resilience to extreme data by comparing human inference with that of Bayesian agents. The research explores how sample size and visualization type influence participants' ability to infer the ground truth of a bivariate model. In the experiment, 222 participants were asked to predict model parameters based on varying sample sizes and visualizations, with the goal of comparing their inference to that of Bayesian agents. Factors such as sample size, visualization type, and social consensus were considered. The mixed design experiment aimed to elucidate how people react to spurious data and how their performance compares to idealized statistical machines. The results provide insight into the interplay between sample size and visualization type, revealing that participants' inference accuracy increases with larger sample sizes, but is hindered by certain visualization types. Notably, the study finds that human inference is susceptible to social consensus, with participants often conforming to the majority opinion, even when it contradicts the ground truth. In contrast, Bayesian agents remain unaffected by social influences, highlighting the distinction between human and artificial intelligence in the face of extreme data. The findings have implications for understanding how people process and respond to complex data, and how these responses differ from those of idealized statistical models. Ultimately, this research sheds light on the cognitive biases and limitations that underlie human inference, and provides a framework for improving the resilience of human decision-making in the presence of extreme data. A novel experiment investigates the relationship between family income and body mass index, BMI, among U.S. children, exploring how people form beliefs about relationships and how these beliefs are influenced by data presentation. Participants undergo a multi-stage process, beginning with screening questions and introductory materials, followed by practice and a survey. They then adjust sliders to reflect their updated beliefs after observing a sample, allowing for a comparison with ground truth data. Bayesian regression models are employed to quantify inference accuracy, examining how participants' beliefs change based on the observed sample. The model incorporates key factors, including sample extremeness, visualization type, and consensus around the ground truth. By analyzing these factors, the study provides insights into the formation of beliefs about relationships and the impact of data presentation on these beliefs. The study investigated how humans and Bayesian agents perceive and interpret statistical relationships in data visualization. Participants were shown various visualizations of a linear relationship between two variables, with manipulated factors such as sample size, social consensus, and the presence of spurious samples. The results indicate that humans tend to underestimate the true relationship, with icon arrays leading to the most accurate inferences. Scatterplots and bar charts led to less accurate inferences, especially when there was low social consensus or small sample sizes. Bayesian agents demonstrated better inference accuracy than humans, with the flat prior agent performing the best overall. Humans' performance was less accurate, but their variability in inference was higher. The study found that humans are less influenced by extreme samples than Bayesian agents, indicating better resilience against spurious data. Icon arrays showed superior resilience, followed by scatterplots and bar charts. Higher consensus and larger sample sizes also contributed to better resilience. The findings suggest that humans' ability to perceive statistical relationships is influenced by the type of visualization, social consensus, and sample size, with implications for data presentation and interpretation. In an experiment comparing human and machine performance in inferring the true slope of a bivariate relationship from a sample of data, several key findings emerged. Participants were generally less accurate than both Bayesian agents, with the flat prior achieving the highest accuracy. However, human participants demonstrated better resilience to spurious samples, particularly in high consensus topics and with smaller sample sizes. Notably, a threshold effect was observed, where human participants began to outperform informed Bayesian agents when the absolute value of the divergence in sample means was greater than or equal to 0.2, accounting for 40.7% of the data. This suggests that humans can effectively detect and adapt to significant deviations in sample means. Surprisingly, participants exhibited higher inference accuracy with icon arrays than scatterplots, despite the latter's perceptual superiority for bivariate data. This counterintuitive result may be attributed to the cognitive benefits of icon arrays in conditional probabilistic reasoning, such as facilitating more intuitive representations of uncertainty. In contrast, human participants were less accurate in characterizing model uncertainty compared to both Bayesian agents, highlighting a key area for improvement. The findings support hypotheses H1, H2, and H4, but contradict H3, providing valuable insights into the strengths and limitations of human and machine performance in inferring bivariate relationships. Inference tasks under varying levels of uncertainty were examined in a study comparing human participants and Bayesian agents. The goal was to investigate whether social information could offset statistical uncertainty. Results revealed that human inference accuracy improves marginally with low uncertainty, but the performance gap between humans and Bayesian agents persists across both uncertainty levels. Notably, the study found no evidence that humans utilize social information to compensate for statistical uncertainty, implying that social consensus and reduced uncertainty independently enhance humans' ability to disregard spurious data. These findings underscore distinct performance differences between human analysts and Bayesian machines, suggesting that each excels in unique scenarios. The results have implications for understanding the role of uncertainty and social information in human decision-making, highlighting the importance of considering these factors in the development of artificial intelligence and machine learning systems. In the realm of visual analytics, a recent study delves into the intricacies of human inference making, juxtaposing it with Bayesian agents. This research reveals that, despite inherent non-rational tendencies, humans can prove advantageous in specific scenarios, notably in identifying and disregarding spurious data. The findings indicate that humans exhibit higher variability and overconfidence, yet they can outperform Bayesian agents in certain instances. This underscores the potential for collaboration between humans and statistical agents, leveraging the strengths of both intuitive thinking and rational models. The study also challenges the assumption that normative rationality is always ideal, suggesting that analyst gut reactions can provide an advantage in certain visual analytic contexts. Acknowledgements and references, a comprehensive overview. This section of the research paper presents a comprehensive overview of the acknowledgements and references that have contributed to the development of the study. It is essential to recognize the efforts and contributions made by various individuals, institutions, and organizations in shaping the research findings. The authors acknowledge the support provided by several key stakeholders, including funding bodies, research collaborators, and technical advisors. These contributions have been instrumental in facilitating the collection and analysis of data, as well as the development of methodologies and tools used throughout the study. The reference list provides a detailed account of the sources cited within the paper. This includes peer-review-ed articles, books, conference papers, and other relevant materials that have informed the research. By providing a comprehensive list of references, the authors aim to ensure transparency and allow readers to further explore the topics discussed in the study. In addition to the academic literature, the authors also acknowledge the role of various datasets and software tools that were utilized during the research process. These resources have been crucial in enabling the collection, processing, and analysis of large datasets, which are essential for drawing meaningful conclusions. Furthermore, the authors recognize the importance of institutional support and collaboration. They acknowledge the contributions made by colleagues, mentors, and peers who have provided valuable insights, feedback, and guidance throughout the research journey. In conclusion, this section serves as a testament to the collaborative nature of scientific research. It highlights the critical role played by various stakeholders in advancing knowledge and understanding in the field. Data visualization plays a crucial role in facilitating statistical reasoning and judgment under uncertainty. This paper reviews various studies and methodologies related to data visualization, human-AI collaboration, and decision-making under uncertainty. The authors highlight the importance of considering cognitive biases and heuristics in the design of interactive visual analytics tools, as users' perceptions and interpretations of visualized data significantly impact decision-making processes. Statistical thinking is a fundamental concept in data science, and visualization is essential for facilitating this type of thinking. However, a deeper understanding of how people interpret and make decisions based on visualized data is necessary. The relationship between human cognition and data visualization is complex, with cognitive biases and heuristics influencing decision-making processes. Integrating AI systems into data visualization tools can enhance statistical reasoning and judgment, but it is essential to design these systems to complement human cognition, rather than simply automate tasks. AI systems must understand and respond to user preferences, biases, and heuristics to facilitate effective human-AI collaboration. This collaboration has the potential to improve decision-making under uncertainty, but further research is necessary to understand how users perceive and interpret visualized data. The authors emphasize the need for more research on the impact of cognitive biases and heuristics on decision-making processes and the importance of designing interactive visual analytics tools that account for these factors. Ultimately, the effective integration of data visualization, human-AI collaboration, and decision-making under uncertainty has the potential to improve decision-making outcomes in various domains.